Hey guys, it's Platinum Warp Star. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review on Nintendo Switch Online, which is Nintendo's new service to where you have to pay money to play your video games online. So I'm not going to lie, I love Nintendo, but this latest business decision with the whole Nintendo Switch Online is a really big disappointment and an overall example of how not to do paid online services. This is what I have to say about Nintendo's new online service at launch, and yes, I'll be judging it based off the launch of the service. When you purchase your membership plan for one of the said prices, you get online play and NES collection, cloud saves, smartphone app, voice chat, and the special offers. A price of $20 a year may not seem that much at all from afar, but when you take a second to look at all that you get with it, you really get nothing much so far, especially compared to the competitors, which has much more expensive plans. And yes, I'll be making comparisons non-stop. It's just how it is for me and how I choose to review it. In terms of online play, you're paying to get the exact same online experiences you've had with Nintendo for 14 years that you previously had for free. In this latest service, Nintendo has done nothing to improve the online gaming experience at all. The servers are still peer-to-peer and doesn't have dedicated servers or even a netcode. What does peer-to-peer mean? It means you aren't connecting to a server hosted by Nintendo. No, you're connecting to one person's internet to play a match of Splatoon or Mario Kart or even Smash Ultimate. So Nintendo isn't really hosting anything here. PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold actually has a reason for why you pay for it, because the companies have to pay money for their dedicated servers, which means there are servers hosted by Xbox and PlayStation's or whatever company is opening said game. This means Nintendo with the peer-to-peer is that if the person that's hosting disconnects from the game, everyone else disconnects from the game. And it has been this way for 14 years. And heck, even when I tested playing a match of Mario Tennis Aces matchmaking after I purchased it, the game still had lag spikes because we were connecting to someone else's server and not Nintendo's, so it's going to be unstable. I can confidently say that I have solid internet, and I've played with PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold, and I can say I had a very smooth and fluid experience on games like Call of Duty, Halo, and Doom. So right off the bat, it sounds like a complete cash grab because Nintendo is doing nothing with the money to improve their servers. It's the main reason why we pay for the service. Why is nothing being fixed for the better? It just screams that Nintendo isn't really doing anything, and this is really just them asking for money more than anything. I do have some positive things to say though. The NES collection you're given has solid emulation and fantastic pixel-perfect graphics, a large step up from the Wii U Virtual Console versions, and the pixel-perfect experience flows great into handheld mode, and when playing offline I have pretty much no input delay when playing the NES games, so it's some pretty good fun being able to play some of the classics on the Switch like Mario 3 and Zelda 1. The others are very arcadey games I don't really care about, since we've been playing them for so many years now, over 30, and the idea of cloud saves is pretty useful to have, but we'll get into the cloud saves later. Oh, don't worry, we will. For the first time officially by Nintendo, you can play these NES games online, but one problem I personally immediately had when going into the menu on my live stream is that you couldn't play with randoms. Like, seriously, these games are so basic. Why can't they be played with randoms online? Not all of my friends want to play NES games online, and I don't blame them. But this would have been really cool, but instead I felt disappointed not seeing a matchmaking option. Luckily, I did get a good friend of mine to help test out the NES Online gameplay, and it's not perfect. The games are still somewhat playable, but there is in fact noticeable input delay when playing online in my experience. It could have been that I was streaming, but again, we both had good internet. It should be easy to play these 2 kilobyte games online with no real input delay at all, and by the way, that's an exaggeration. So precise platforming in Super Mario Bros. 3 is harder than ever, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. It is cool that you can play the entirety of Super Mario Bros. 3 with a friend over the internet, something I really feel like they should do with New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, but we don't know much about that yet. However, I think even a site like Parsec has better online local gameplay if you have a strong internet. And the first lineup of NES games is just plain strange to me. There are many obscure titles, and some of these third-party games are poorly designed and laggy. Plus, I mean, come on, some of these box arts do not fit at all in this collection. But one last fun thing about this NES collection when playing locally or online is that you can use a right analog stick that spawns a pointer, and clicking in the right stick lets you clap. That's the best thing about this entire thing. It's a true game changer, y'all. Then we have the cloud saves, which is somewhat useful. Listen, if you want to do cloud saves, I recommend having the year plan because there are two major problems with the cloud saving. One, the clouds only work with specific games, and that excludes Splatoon 2, arguably the most important one out of all the games to be backed up, as well as other games like Dark Souls Remastered. So if you have 200 hours in Splatoon 2 with X rankings and everything, too bad if your Switch breaks. It also seems that once your membership ends, that cloud save you backed up is straight up gone. They toss it in the garbage once your membership is ended, which is total poop. Like, seriously, the competition does cloud saves better than this. The smartphone app they advertise is also just nearly useless. I don't understand the need for this to exist. The only use is for ordering gear in Splatoon 2, but that's it. I tried the voice chat on it before, and it feels so restricted. Why can't I just chat with my friends on the console? Or heck, something I've been wanting for a while on any Nintendo console, add a messaging system. If I don't have a friend's phone number or contact on Discord, how the heck am I supposed to know that they want to play a game of Splatoon or Mario Kart? Literally every other platform has this, but you, Nintendo, come on, get with the times if we're really gonna pay for this. Then there's the special offers, which as of the beginning of year 1 of this online service, they're not very good. You can pay $60 for a pair of NES controllers only if you have a membership, and you can only connect them to the console only if you have the membership, which is very ridiculous. Then there's some free Splatoon 2 gear, which I personally don't really care about that much. I'm fine with the gear I'm wearing, but there's supposed to be more to come, like exclusive Mario Tennis Aces modes, apparently, which is weird to be locked behind a paywall. Maybe in the next year we'll get some sweet discounts, hopefully, or maybe even free games for a limited time, but only time will tell on this. So I've seen some people that are fine with paying the service and some people that are pretty upset about paying for this service, and I'll be honest guys, I think I'm unfortunately on the negative spectrum here. Sure, the NES games look and play really well in both docked and handheld/tabletop play, and the cloud saving can be somewhat useful if used correctly, but everything else just feels like a cash grab with no effort put into actually improving the online gaming experience, which is the main thing people are paying for here. It's just so clear, and everything else feels super restricted. And yes, I know Nintendo is all about being a safe way to play games for the kids, but that's what the parental controls are for, right? Make everything else usable by the adult audience. And when you look at PlayStation's and Xbox's memberships, it just screams features and exclusive deals that are fantastic. But Nintendo doesn't understand how to make a paid online service that is worthy of people's money toward improving the online experience. The exact same one we've had for 14 years. Look, I love you, Nintendo. You make fantastic Nintendo Switch games, but sometimes you can be full of crap in terms of business decisions, and as a hardcore Nintendo fan, I have no shame in calling out Nintendo for some crappy business decisions that we, the consumers, don't like. I'm sorry guys, but I'm not impressed at all here, and I'm unfortunately going to have to give Nintendo Switch Online a 4 out of 10. It's bad. Wait until either Smash Ultimate comes out or more stuff releases for this service. As it stands at launch, it's obvious that it is a plain cash grab by Nintendo for the sake of them earning money by doing little to no effort at all. Maybe things will shape up in the next year. If so, I'll review the service again in a year. If you guys enjoyed this little quick review, let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. I will be happy to have a chat with you, and you can let me know how you feel on Discord as well. I am willing to have a chat or even a voice chat, and be sure to follow me on some other social media platforms like Twitch and Twitter. So thanks for watching guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.